So I just heard about someone who is on a team of people who field phone calls for people being detained by ICE. So they'll get a phone call and they'll be told that someone's being detained by ICE, and their responsibility is to help facilitate that person getting help. That person got a phone call from someone saying they saw a bunch of illegal people at a convention center and they wanted to report it to ICE. First of all, that's not the place to call to report illegals to ICE. But secondly, how much of a loser do you have to be to see a bunch of people who aren't white, assume they're illegal, and then report them to who you consider to be the authorities? And this is what we're talking about when we say white privilege. Because though you might be white and have also had hardships in your life, you are never going to be reported to ICE for being illegal, even if you actually are undocumented, because people assume you have every right to be here because the color of your skin and your phenotype are of the dominant race here in the United States of America. People don't question your right to be in a space, taking up space. So I don't want to hear racism doesn't exist. I don't want to hear white privilege doesn't exist. And if you see people minding their own business, not causing anyone any harm, and you feel the need to report them to the authorities because of the color of their skin, you're a loser. You need to get a life, you clearly don't have enough to do, and maybe you should instead spend your time doing positive things like helping out your community. I don't know, volunteer for a soup kitchen, donate money to causes helping people. Work on your own life. If you're so worried about immigrants and illegals coming in here and taking jobs that you otherwise would have gotten, consider the fact that maybe you were never qualified for those jobs, because instead of spending your time bettering yourself, you spend it being in other people's business.